So being a full-time guide, you've got plenty of time to think about how you can make things better. There's certain modifications I do to specific baits to make them run the way I want or to make them run better, in my opinion. First off, we're going to start with a bucktail. This is a standard bucktail, and what it is it only comes with one hook, right? Single hook in the back, no hook in the center. Great for fishing weeds. You know, you're not going to hook as many weeds without a front hook on here, but if you're fishing rocks or a piece of cover that doesn't require you to go through weeds, it's a big thing to add another hook on here. I'll show you another one that I have changed here. You can see I added a front hook to this bait, and what I also did was added a small bell sinker right here for a little bit extra weight. Help that bait run a little bit deeper, I can retrieve it faster, and it doesn't come up so high in the water column if I want to keep it in a certain zone. It helps with the figure eight. If the fish are T-boning it, you don't have to pull the whole entire bait through their mouth. There's a hook right here for them to get. So if you're not fishing through heavy cover, there's no reason why not to put a second hook on your bucktails. Another little thing I do with rubber, the standard rubber bait here, pull it out of the package, clip it on, you can throw it. Something that I think helps or aids in certain situations is I'll take the rubber bait and I'll bend it. Bend the nose down a little bit, and you'll have to play with it, but you'll see once you put it in the water, once you bend this thing, and when you pull it, instead of it kind of just going straight, when you pull it, it almost is nose down and it pushes more water. You've got these fins in the side that push more water. It's more of a disturbance in the water that the fish can feel. And it also kind of hops a little bit more versus your standard glide and fall. I really like to bend my baits, and I think they run a lot better, and I think it triggers a few more strikes for me every season. Another thing is, this is actually cool. This isn't even mine, but this is maybe a tip from Mr. Linder. He's got two super shads here. He's got a super shad that comes out of the package like this. Obviously it's caught some fish. But then I saw another one that has a really stubby nose on it. I don't know what exactly happened here, but my guess is it either cracked or caught some fish on it, or he specifically wanted it to run shallower over cover. So all he did was cut off the bottom of the lip and then smoothed it back out. I threw this bait and it only runs like a foot under the surface, as to where this bait here runs 5 to 6 feet down in the cast. A very cool modification that just kind of Mr. Linder himself thought of. The last thing that I think is really cool, and I do sometimes with topwater baits, is this is your standard prop bait. Your tail spins, your hook's here, great bait. Something you can do to make it a little bit different is add an extra split ring to your hook, and all this is going to do is slide your hook back a little bit further, and when your bait's going through the water, your tail is going to hit on your hook and it's going to make a clicking noise. See how it's bounced on that hook? Come on. It clicks. A little bit different noise, something the fish don't really hear that much. Small modification with just a simple split ring to have one bait do two different things. Some really cool bait modifications that can help you catch more muskies.